What's good, everyone? It's Adam from imamusicmogul and welcome to another video. In this one, we're going to talk all about Virtual Studio plugins, specifically the Immerse Virtual Studio here. I've been trying it out for the past couple of weeks and I just wanted to share some of my thoughts on these Virtual Studio plugins. Should you try it? Should you sort of invest your money into something like this? It's kind of hard to explain how it sounds because you have to try it out for yourself. But here are some of my thoughts. All right, so here is the plugin right over here, Immerse's Virtual Studio. I'll just explain the plugin and then we'll talk a little bit how it sounds and how it can work for you. So the first thing you want to make sure is that the plugin is on the last slot on your master chain, so everything feeds into this plugin. And what it will allow you to do is sort of give you a virtual space. And no matter where you are, it's going to make it sound as though you are sitting inside any one of these 5 studios. But we'll get to the but in a moment. So the plugin looks like this. So you got 5 studios to choose from. So Echo Bar Studio A, Echo Bar Studio B, Diamond Control Room, Spitfire Studio, and Music Friends Studio. Now I wasn't in any of these rooms personally, so I don't know how accurate this is modeled after it, but let's assume that it is very accurate and that this is how it sounds if you are sitting in these studios. Over in the middle section over here, you have your main control. So every studio will have a set of monitors, as you can see here. You could click it within the image as well, or you can select them between the two here. Whichever monitor is selected, it'll be lit up as blue. You can control the ambience, so the ambience in the room, if you want more of that sort of vibe, you can pull that in. I usually leave it around 30%, maybe no more than that really. And then you also got your master gain, and you also have a limiter. Since it's the last slot in your chain, you have a limiter that you could sort of cause it not to peak, but you can use that if you like. Then over here you have some additional settings and you can play around with those. If you want to learn more about these studios, you have a couple of these pages here that explains what some of the gear, the studio itself, and the engineer behind it who sort of modeled this scenario for us. So to get the most use out of this plugin, you're going to want to use a pair of headphones that they've specifically designed to match these studios. So you have actually quite a few of them here. You have a couple from AKG. You have a couple from Audis. You can see the list here: Audio-Technica, Beyerdynamic, Sennheiser. But if you don't have any of those headphones, you can use some standard headphones like a closed back, open back, or a pair of earbuds. Now, from my experience, I found that the headphones that they've actually modeled and listed here from these manufacturers is the best way to use this plugin. If you're just going to use a standard headphone, it works, but I have more confidence in is if you have an actual headphone that they've modeled after here. Maybe more updates will come out. It'll make the standard headphones set a little bit better. But for now, my personal opinion, if you have any one of these headphones, you can go online and check what is included. This will definitely work well. Now, what sets this plugin apart from other virtual monitor plugins is something very interesting and something that kind of caught me off guard when I was first setting up this plugin. The plugin asks you when you're setting it up for the first time to take a picture of your ears. Now you can take a picture of just one ear or both ears. It's up to you. I guess the more images it has, the better. But it really caught me off guard because I'm like, how much can a picture actually change the way this sounds? Like, how does a low quality picture of your ear when you're holding your phone up to your side of your head can actually affect the way this sounds? And so I did a test. I'm a tester and I'm a tinkerer. And I did 2 things. 1, I took a picture of my real ear to hear how it sounds. And 2, I took another picture on a separate profile of a cartoon ear. Actually, to be honest with you, I took a picture of my monitors here to see if it accepted that picture. It didn't. So there is some sort of algorithm in the background that's actually analyzing the picture to make sure it's an ear. So that's what got me to this cartoon ear, and it worked. It analyzed it and said I'm ready to go. So I listened to it. It didn't sound too good. So I said, you know what, let's create another profile and take pictures of my real ear. And it sounded better and it sounded different. And that's what kind of shocked me because I thought it was just a gimmick, if I'm honest with you. Like, you're taking a picture of your ear and it's actually affecting the way this plugin sounds. But something is, I don't know what it is. Some magic is happening in the background, and a real picture of your ear is actually changing the way that this plugin will output its sound. So if you are going to try this out, take a picture of your real ear, because it'll make this a lot more accurate than if you want to do something like me and test it with a cartoon ear. But that was just some of my testing I thought I'd share, just to let you know, in case you thought maybe this is just a gimmick that they're taking a picture of your ear, and it's really just to kind of get you to think that, oh, it's doing something cool. It actually does something. I don't know what it is, but it does something. Aside from that, I believe that this plugin is just built with IRs in those rooms, impulse responses, and it mimics the way the frequency responses in those rooms in accordance with your mix. So it'll just sort of model it after that room. So the question here that we have for ourselves is, how useful is this for you? Should you be using it on your mixes? The answer is, well, you need to try it, because you really have to listen to it to see how it sounds. It does give you that sense or idea that you are in that room, but it's sort of like you have to learn how to work into it, because it's a different mixing technique that I've never personally tried before. This is my first time trying a plugin of this sort, and it definitely takes time to get used to. But if you are using one of their headphones that they've modeled and worked off of, it'll mimic that perfect monitoring scenario that you would get if you were in actually one of these studios. And it's really cool. I mean, you should give it a try. It is a free trial for 14 days. So if you did want to give this a try on your mixes and see how it sounds for yourself, you can do that for 14 days. And if you did like it from there, you can purchase it yourself. I'll place a link down below. I actually have a code for 20% off if you buy this plugin for the next 2 weeks. The code will be down below if you are interested in it. So it does give you enough time to try it out. So what does this do for you? It essentially allows you to mix in a perfectly treated room, and you can play around with the different rooms that you're going to go into. Each one of them has different set of monitors, and it's really up to you how or which ones you want to use and for what. I can't say this is incredible and you should just buy it right now, but the honest truth is you should try it out, see how you like it. Is it going to give you better mixes? Possibly, because it's mimicking a perfect environment to mix in. You don't have to pay the money to go mix at these type of studios. You can just mix it right here at your home with a pair of headphones, which is really cool. It gives you access to maybe studios you would never go to, and equipment that you would never actually be using. Do you have any questions on this? You just want to chat more about this idea? We can talk in the comment section below. Try it out for yourself, and have a good listening environment to actually mix your mixes as if you were in these studios right wherever you are. You could be outside, in your home studio, in your bedroom, at a coffee shop, wherever you are, you can mix as if you were in one of these 5 studio setups. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sort of a little rant and my experience with this plugin over here. Just thought I'd share. Hope you all have a fantastic day. We'll see you on the next one. Later. Peace.